Thank you, Travis. Good evening, viewers, and thank you for joining for the Friday's edition of the Regional News. Dominican Republic-based startup Arajet Airline has received permission from the country's Civil Aviation Board to begin both scheduled and unscheduled flights to Trinidad from its base at Santo Domingo's International Airport. Arajet has received permission to fly routes to Brazil, Honduras, Belize, Barbados, and Guyana. The announcement was made via Twitter, and operations are expected to begin in March 2023 using the company's existing fleet, Boeing 737 MAX 8. Arajet Airline is an ultra-low-cost airline based in the Dominican Republic. It began operation in September 2022 and currently flies to 18 destinations in Latin America and the Caribbean. Ultra-low-cost carry typically unbundled fares, meaning that your ticket only covers the price of a seat. The airline then upsells passengers to everything extra, including baggage and meal. Customers can expect fares around 30 to 60% cheaper than those currently available on the market. Tickets for these routes can be booked in upcoming weeks. We now turn our attention to news coming out of Venezuela. Venezuela's opposition National Assembly on Thursday appointed 3 exile lawmakers to direct it and create a commission to control foreign assets, including oil-refined Citgo Petroleum. The Assembly voted last week to remove Juan Guaido, the public face of the fractious opposition since 2019, as its interim president. The United States and other governments had backed Guaido after deeming the 2018 re-election of President Nicolas Maduro as fraudulent. Legislators who backed ending the interim government say their control of foreign assets is not at risk, despite warnings from Guaido and others, and the dissolution was necessary for unity ahead of the presidential election scheduled for 2024. The new leadership triumvirate is Assembly President Denora Figuera and Vice President Maronali Fernandez and Estrella Varquez from opposition parties Justice First, A New Era, and Democratic Action, respectively. The new leadership will designate a 5-member commission to manage foreign assets like Citgo, a subsidiary of state-owned oil company PDVSA. Venezuela owes more than $60 billion to creditors. Citgo, which was on track for a $2.5 billion profit in 2022, could face supervisory board shakeups and other changes under the new commission. And finally, we close with news from Mexico. Mexican security forces on Thursday captured drug cartel leader Ovidio Guzman, the son of jail kingpin Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, ahead of a visit by U.S. President Joe Biden next week. This comes 3 years after a failed operation to detain Ovidio ended in humiliation for the government of President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador. The arrest triggered a wave of violence that forced authorities to shutter airports and schools in the city of Culiacan. Videos shared on social media appeared to show heavy fighting overnight in Culiacan, the main city in the northern state of Sinaloa, with the sky lit up by helicopters gunfire. The Sinaloa state government said 3 members of the security forces had been killed in the clashes. Ovidio, who has become a key figure in the cartel since the arrest of his father, was briefly detained in 2019 but was quickly released to end violent retribution in Culiacan from his cartel. The incident was an embarrassing setback for the government of Lopez Obrador. His latest capture comes before a North American Leaders Summit in Mexico City next week, which U.S. President Joe Biden will attend and at which security issues are on the agenda. The United States had offered a $5 million reward for information leading to the arrest or conviction of Ovidio. It's not yet clear whether Ovidio will be extradited to the United States like his father, who is serving a life sentence at the Colorado Supermax, the most secure U.S. federal prison. Foreign Minister Marcelo Ebrard said any extradition would have to follow formal processes and would not be immediate. The cartel is one of the world's most powerful narcotics trafficking organizations. Local government urged people to stay indoors and said schools and administrative offices were closed due to the violence. Street blockades had also been erected. Joaquin Guzman, 65, was convicted in New York in 2019 for trafficking billions of dollars of drugs to the United States and conspiring to murder enemies. Thank you for watching. I'm TIANA.